disappearance of a 2-year-old boy. Amari Nicholson has been missing for more than 2 days now.
And tonight we're hearing from the boy's mother and her boyfriend, and they're now saying that someone kidnapped him. Fox 5's Joe VL joining us now with more on what the couple is saying. Joe.
Yeah, that's right. I talked to the couple today. Now, the mother flat out said some of what she's saying may certainly sound confusing to people, but she says someone took her son. She is struggling with a little boy who hasn't come home and wants the public to help find him. It has been 2.5 days since anyone has heard anything about 2-year-old Amari Nicholson.
Panic mode, freaking out, crying, screaming, just my baby's gone.
Amari's mother, Taylor Nicholson, says she got the news her son was missing on Wednesday while she was in Colorado taking care of her mother, who was attacked by a dog. She left Amari with her boyfriend, who considers Amari his son, at the Emerald Suites near the Strip. Now, he says Wednesday, just after 6 a.m., someone knocked on the door.
And it was a woman saying that she was her baby daddy's sister. And she said she was there to pick up my stepson.
Terrell Rhodes says she called Amari's mom in Colorado.
I turned around to call her to tell her if this is this true? Was this really prearranged? And as I'm doing that, she says she don't need anything for my stepson. They got everything they need for him, and basically just took off.
Nicholson says she missed Rhodes' call.
No, I was still asleep, so my phone, I didn't hear the first few calls until it was already too late.
Now, this is where things get a little confusing. The mother tells me she and Rhodes got into an argument about her being away from Vegas and told him someone would be stopping by, but didn't say exactly who and didn't say why they were coming over. But you didn't know her, though, correct? You never seen her? So did you not know this person you're letting take Amari away?
I mean, from my knowledge, I already was told like someone was going to stop by, somebody was going to, but I never knew who. So I still had that in my head that somebody was coming by.
But bottom line, Nicholson says she never gave anyone permission to come and pick up Amari. She says Rhodes did not give Amari to the woman. She took him and just wants him back safe.
In this whole story, it sounds confusing. It sounds like we're lying. It sounds like, it's just a big confusion.
Now, Amari's biological father, who lives in Reno, talked to Fox 5 last night, and this is what he said about Amari's disappearance.
I don't know where he is, and she don't know, and the police don't know. So he's kidnapped. He's gone.
Taylor Nicholson says she wants people to share social media posts and news stories about her son and be on the lookout for him so he can come home safe. And of course, we'll stay on top of this and let you know what's happening. Live at the update desk, Joe Vigil, Fox 5 News, Local, Las Vegas.
Welcome to True Crime Nurse Channel. This is your nurse, Nyla D. I would like to thank all of my viewers and subscribers. Your support is greatly appreciated. Please like, subscribe, share, and click the bell for notifications of new videos. This video is for entertainment purposes only and protected by the Fair Use Act. Welcome aboard. Have a seat as we make our way to Las Vegas, Nevada. Come along with me as we investigate a case that takes place on May 5th, 2021. Vegas is widely recognized as one of the world's most famous resort cities because of its gambling, shopping, fine dining, entertainment, and nightlife. Currently, the Las Vegas Valley serves as Nevada's financial, commercial, and cultural center. On October 26, 2018, Amari Nicholson was born to 19-year-old Taylor Nicholson and 28-year-old Giorgio Hayes. According to Taylor, she left Giorgio while pregnant because of alleged domestic violence that occurred during her pregnancy. Amari resides with his mother Taylor in Las Vegas, Nevada, who has sole custody. As a result of her breakup with Giorgio, Taylor meets J.D. Knowles. The relationship between J.D. and Taylor lasted from the time Amari was born until November of 2020. In the aftermath of her breakup with J.D., Taylor met 28-year-old Terrell Hayes. Taylor claims Terrell loves her son as if Amari was his own. As Taylor sees it, Terrell will be a great addition to the family. After moving together, the couple started a new life together. Upon moving into the Emerald Suite apartment villa, the couple began a new chapter. Despite only being in a relationship for 6 months, Taylor prepared for a solo trip to Colorado. On April 30th of 2021, Taylor decided to leave 2-year-old Amari home with her boyfriend Terrell. Taylor stated that she went to Colorado to care for her mother, Carrie Howard. According to Taylor, her mother had to be treated at home after suffering a dog injury. During a telephone and text conversation on May 3rd, Taylor and Terrell had a disagreement. As a result of the verbal altercation, Taylor broke up with Terrell and stated that someone would pick up her belongings from their apartment.
And as you mentioned, they span over 20 minutes. Taylor Nicholson, Amari's mom, sounded calm, similar to how she's sounded for the past 2 weeks. Now, Terrell Rhodes did sound like he was in distress.
Hi, I need to report an Amber Alert.
Okay, who's missing that you know?
My son.
There are a total of 3 911 calls made the morning Amari Nicholson was reported missing. The first call by his mother, Taylor Nicholson.
Somebody came knocking on the door, and my boyfriend thought it was related to us, and she ran out the door with my baby.
Do we know who might have taken the child, or no idea?
At this point, I don't know because nobody knows where we live. But he claims that she said that she was my baby daddy's sister.
Taylor said she was in Colorado.
Paradise and Swain. I'm in Colorado visiting my mom right now, so I'm not in Vegas.
Did somebody already call this
the first flight. No, I'm the first person.
Terrell Rhodes was the second 911 caller where he confirmed what Taylor said.
Okay.
I had no idea he was even coming over here.
Oh, okay, that's what Taylor said. And then do you know what color, make, and model car they might have left in, or no idea?
Ma'am, I don't know.
Okay.
All I know is she had on a gray Adidas sweatsuit.
Later in the afternoon, when Taylor said she arrived back in Las Vegas, she called again.
My name is Taylor Nicholson, and I had tried to report an Amber Alert, but I was out of town, and so my son has been gone for half the day, and the police haven't been looking for him because they said that they're taking it as a civil matter until they're able to talk to me in person.
Taylor went on to say she tried calling the sisters they accused of taking Amari.
So none of their phone numbers are in order or working unless they did that on purpose, so I can't get a hold of anybody.
She said the last time she saw him was on Friday, April 30th.
Last time I saw him physically was on Friday. I left to go out of town to Colorado to help take care of my mom. She was attacked by a dog, and I left Friday at 5. So that was the last time I physically seen him.
Now, during the third call, about 17 minutes into the total of 20 minutes, Taylor did describe the make and model of the car. They accused the sister of taking Amari in after they both said that they couldn't describe what car he left in.
Here is a recap of the press conference clip. Just before 7:05 a.m., Taylor called 911 to report Amari missing on May 5th. In order to verify Taylor's information, the dispatcher contacted Terrell. It was shown in a previous clip that the dispatcher also verified information with Amari's aunt. Taylor also placed a second call to 911 on May 5th at 3:10 in the afternoon. After the police received the call, Taylor went to the police station to ask for a clearance. The police cleared the call as a civil matter due to the assailant being a family member of the biological father. Taylor left Colorado on May 6th, and upon her return to Vegas, she replaced a request for the police to change the report from a custody concern to an Amber Alert. Often, investigators use a press conference as a tool for useful investigative research. Pay attention to the next clip and pay close attention to Terrell's body language.
T-E-R-R-E-R-N-I-C-H-O-L-S-O-N.
Okay, and your sir?
T-E-R-R-E-R-R-H-O-D-E-S.
How's the last name?
Rhodes.
Roltz?
R-H-O-D-E-S.
Okay. Do you guys both live in Las Vegas then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I guess just tell me your thoughts. I mean, this is 2 days now without your son. I mean, what's going through your mind?
We're devastated and hoping for the best of his safe return, and just saying our prayers and hoping that God's looking out for him and that he's not in any type of distress or danger. We just want our baby back as soon as possible in the best condition possible.
And your thoughts?
It's prone to the amount that the father's saying that his sister didn't come get him. And if that's really the case, then where's my son?
I mean, it seems to be, yeah, I mean, there's different stories floating around out there. I mean, can you just explain to me what you think happened? Or
He had got a knock on the door at 6 in the morning from a lady representing herself as Giorgio's sister. And then situation process, he's trying to call me to figure out what's going on. And I'm asleep in Colorado and I wasn't able to answer in time. So as he's packing the bag, she grabs the baby and runs out the apartment. And by the time he's able to try to go find where she went, she was nowhere to be seen.
So you think this was the father's sister who
Yes.
came?
To my knowledge, yes.
And what is her name?
Jasmine Stovall.
Okay, and his sister. And why would she come there?
Not sure. They knew the area where we lived, but they never knew the apartment, so they stalked us until they were able to find where the baby was.
Why would she take him?
Because the dad wanted to be in the child's life.
He didn't want to see him getting raised by me and her. He wanted to be in his child's life with the rest of his kids. Apparently, he has a house. He has a stable foundation with 4 other more children, and the only missing piece was Amari.
I've always tried to be in the cordial parent, as never not allowed him to see him or contact him. I just always told him, as long as you put in the effort to be in the child's life and show that you're trying to be the father, then that's fine. But he wasn't doing that. He wouldn't reach out, wouldn't call. It would always just be a message and once in a blue moon. It was never consistent, never like he really wanted to do that. And then we had an argument on Monday, and then he did this on Wednesday.
So, you're saying that she came and took him. Has anybody talked to her at this point?
Police talked to her. We've called. They're denying everything. They've been searched, and he's nowhere to be found. So we're just waiting until he shows up somewhere.
So she's saying that I didn't take him.
Yes.
Right. So who do you know who went there with him in the first place then?
What do you mean?
With the hotel, who took Amari to the hotel? Was he?
What hotel?
It wasn't. Weren't they staying at the Emerald Suites?
Yeah.
Yes, that's where we live.
That's where you live.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm confused. So
we live at the Emerald Suites, and nobody knew which apartment or whatever, so they stood outside watching to see where we were.
Okay.
And then that's when they realized, they finally saw Amari and saw him with him, and then that's when they came knocking on the door.
So who was at the Emerald Suites that day then?
He was left with Terrell.
With you? Okay, that's what I thought. And so, can you just explain what were you guys doing prior to, or what were you doing in the morning?
Before that occurred, we had just woke up. I had just fed him breakfast, and I was in the room on my phone at this time, laying down. He's in there playing with his toys, and all of a sudden there's a knock on the door, and it was a woman saying that she was her baby daddy's sister.
Mm-hmm.
And she said she was there to pick up my stepson.
Uh-huh. And
So,
did you know her? Had you know her?
I never seen any sides of her baby daddy's family.
So you didn't know this
never
woman.
recognized them.
So then what happened?
So then I go to proceed to, okay, I'm gonna pack him a bag up, pack some of his belongings, and when that happens, I turn around to call her to tell her if this are this true, was this really prearranged? And as I'm doing that, she says she don't need anything from my stepson. They got everything they need for him, and basically just took off.
So you gave? Did she take him then at that point?
After that, she just basically said she got everything that she needs for him, and just that.
Now, but you didn't know her though, correct? You never seen her. So you didn't? Did you not know this person you're letting take Amari away?
I mean, from my knowledge, I already was told like someone was going to stop by, somebody was going to, but I never knew who. So I still had that in my head that somebody was coming by.
Who said somebody was going to come by?
That's what I was notified from my girlfriend prior to those days leading up.
Okay. So did you tell him that somebody was going to come by and get him?
I never said anybody was coming to get anybody. It was, well, I did say somebody would be by. So with that being planted in his head, he
That's what I took that as.
took it as she was there for Amari.
So who do you think actually what came to the door and took him away then? Do we even know?
We know, and police are investigating everything and doing the best of what they can to try to reach out to everyone and try to find him wherever he is.
And I'm sorry, just so I'm clear then, who do you think came to the door that day and took him away?
His sister.
His sister, okay. So do you think indeed that was the sister who came that day?
Yes.
To take the, okay. And what did she say to you? I mean, did you talk to her?
The only words that we had were that she was there to pick up my stepson, and that she already had talked to my girlfriend about it. So when I turned around to go pack his bags up, get his few belongings together, she already said that she didn't need anything. They had everything for him, and that was it.
So you didn't even give him all of his things and stuff then,
She
correct?
didn't take anything.
She didn't take anything from you guys, okay. So now, did you okay the sister to come and get him?
No, but his family never knew where we lived. They knew the area, but not the apartment number. And I never spoke to anyone giving the okay for anyone to come and take him or have him or anything. They just showed up uninvited.
Okay. So you never told him that she was coming?
No.
But did you tell him somebody was coming?
Yes.
But did you tell him who was coming?
No.
No. So did you know exactly who was coming? You didn't know? Okay.
When she arrived, that's first thought I had in my head was, so this was the someone, I guess, that was coming.
Okay. And sorry, just so I'm clear, I'm sorry I keep asking redundant questions, but so are you saying that the sister never had permission to come and get him?
Correct.
She just came and took him?
Yes.
Okay. And have you talked to her lately? So I think you just told me that.
No, I haven't spoken to him or to his family in a year and a half. That was the first time that Giorgio went to prison 3 years ago for abusing me while I was pregnant. And he got released last year around August, and he visited him 2 days while he was in town, and that was the only time Giorgio's ever met and seen Amari.
Okay.
So his family, that was the first time they had seen him, was the one day of the visit. They haven't been to contact me, they haven't showed any emotion towards this. If they haven't contacted me to get the story, they haven't contacted me to see where he is. They're not telling me anything. And then he sends a video into the newscasting, and he's smiling in the video. He's not showing any type of emotion, like as if he's really a concerned parent. It's like he just wants the publicity from it.
In Terrell's report, Amari's paternal aunt arrives at their apartment located on the 3rd floor and claims she is there to pick up Amari. According to Terrell, the alleged aunt left without waiting for Amari's overnight bag. Terrell denies knowing in which direction Amari's aunt left. He says that he was packing Amari's bag when she grabbed him and left out the door. In spite of this, he stated that his aunt told him that she didn't need his belongings. If this is correct, then why did he claim that she grabbed Amari as he packed Amari's bag? Believe it or not, Taylor and Terrell gave not just one interview, but two. Aside from that, during Terrell's interview, Terrell claims Taylor told him that someone would be there, which he assumed the person was Giorgio's sister. Initially, Taylor denied telling Giorgio that someone was coming over, but later in her interview, she confessed that someone will stop by to pick up belongings at her apartment. There is an apparent contradiction in both of their accounts, and Amari's aunt denied allegations made against her. It seems a little strange that Terrell failed to clarify who was coming over. In addition, I find it peculiar that these events took place after an argument. Normally, this is a red flag. As well, Taylor has full custody and she accused Father Giorgio of abusing her. So if that is the case, why did Terrell believe Taylor would allow Amari to leave with his sister? It seems absurd to me that Taylor would give permission to Giorgio's sister. Their entire story seems a bit odd. During the search, volunteers distributed flyers and the family appealed for public assistance. Amari's paternal aunt Yolanda Everett stated, "We don't have any leads. It's been 5 days now. The police are doing everything they can do, and we are doing everything that we can do." The father of Amari, who is from Reno, traveled to Las Vegas over the weekend in search of his son. Please look and share all posts of Amari, Giorgio, please. In an attempt to reach Amari's mother, Taylor, for a statement, the reporters were unable to reach her. Later, Taylor uploaded a post on Facebook pleading the public to assist with the search of little Amari.
2-year-old Amari Nicholson is still missing, and today volunteers are trying to find him. The boy was last seen Wednesday morning near Paradise and Twain. Metro Police say anyone who wants to help can check in at the tent that is outside of the 76 gas station near that same intersection. And they say they'll be searching until 7 o'clock tonight.
The next day, the police contacted the homicide detectives for assistance. When the detectives searched the couple's apartment, they found blood on the wall of a bedroom and soiled clothing in a plastic bag in a closet. As a result of further interrogation, Terrell confessed to killing Amari. Amari, who was 2 years old at the time, had urinated several times in his clothing. Terrell confessed to being upset and striking Amari about 3 to 4 times with a closed fist. Amari stopped breathing and turned blue and purple in the face. Terrell continues to explain that he laid Amari on the floor and attempted CPR. Amari's body was found Wednesday afternoon in the Siegel Suites next to Emerald Suites complex. A police officer was called to the scene at 11:38 a.m. to investigate. The investigation did not reveal any evidence that Taylor Nicholson was involved in the death of her son. There was a vigil held in honor of little Amari. J.D. Knowles, Taylor's ex-boyfriend, who helped raise Amari, said that Amari loved Mickey Mouse and Scooby-Doo and he never cried, not even during birth.
Taylor Nicholson, when she gave birth to Amari, Knowles said he stepped in because Amari needed a father. Knowles and Taylor broke up last year, but he's continued to love Amari like his own.
October 26th, man, changed my life.
Jacquees Knowles held Amari Nicholson the day he was born.
I thought, from having a child, things would be difficult. That's another life, a human being you have to take care of. And when I got him, things just were so easy, just so, magical.
Knowles isn't Amari's biological father, but was with his mother, Taylor Nicholson, from day one of Amari's life.
He was just a calm, sweet baby, man. Like, he was never difficult. Never. I already knew he was into sports because that was our, the pictures I have, that's mostly why we would sleep together on the couch, watching ESPN News.
Knowles said he and Taylor broke up over the summer, and the last time he saw Amari was November of last year. News of his murder knocked him off the floor.
My neighbor had to come pick me up off the floor because I'm hysterical. I don't want to leave the house. I don't know what to do. Like, I'm beyond hurt. I don't know where to place this anger.
Knowles said after the vigil, he'll go home and cherish the memories he had with Amari, who he calls his son.
I'm just being level-headed right now for this and this situation of the scene. Oh, but when I go back home, I'm going to ball up in my cover and I'm going to look at our pictures. I'm going to hold his favorite teddy bear, his favorite Mickey Mouse teddy bear. I'm going to hold the blanket that we got made for Christmas. Mickey Mouse was his favorite character. I just want to be here and be in peace, pay respects to my son and just be as peaceful as possible, man.
Jacquees Knowles.
Memorial continues to grow outside of Emerald Suites all day long. People leaving there now joins us live. Joe?
Yeah, that vigil will take place here in about an hour's time. We're hearing that Amari's father is expected to be here. Now, the memorial has been growing throughout the day. We've been watching people drop off balloons, candles, stuffed animals. People have been writing on this post right here, "Rest in peace, Amari," and you are getting justice. Now, this is outside the Emerald Suites, and to give you an idea of how close this was to the Siegel Suites where his body was found, you can see that brown building right there. So this is just yards away from that location. Now, there was a number of people outside there earlier today when this all unfolded, including Juana Salazar, who was helping search for Amari.
We went there last night and we put some candles down and we put teddy bears, a football down, and a sign down. We'll be back here tonight. There's relief because he's gonna rest. He's gonna be laid to rest now.
After the arrest of 27-year-old Terrell Rhodes, that is Amari's mom's boyfriend, that is, I was in contact with Amari's father's family. They had asked for privacy. However, a representative from Nevada Child Seekers who was helping with this search was with them last night and said they were very shocked to hear about the arrest that was made in connection with this. Now, there is a vigil set here where this memorial continues to grow. It'll be happening at 6 o'clock. They are expecting a big presence. Reporting live here near Twain in Paradise, Joe Moore, 8 News Now.
Terrell remained in the Clark County Detention Center without bond. Rose faces a first-degree murder charge related to Amari's death, in addition to 2 counts of attempted murder, 4 counts of assault on a police officer with a deadly weapon, and 4 counts of resisting a police officer with the use of a firearm after he took a gun from 2 Metro detectives and tried to kill them while being interviewed on May 11, 2021. Taylor was also arrested on June 30th, 2021 for soliciting, engaging in prostitution, and possessing a deadly weapon. An undercover officer met Taylor at MGM Grand. They made conversation and purchased her a drink. Reports indicate that they discussed the payment exchange for her sexual services. During their conversation, an officer, along with 2 other officers, arrested her while walking her to a hotel room. The purse Taylor was carrying contained condoms and a brass knuckle. Amari Nicholson was 2 years old when he lost his life in such a horrific way. There is no excuse for Terrell's behavior. He brutally beat a defenseless baby to death. I am not sure if he was on drugs, had a mental illness, or was just pure evil. In my opinion, Terrell was frustrated after arguing with Taylor and took his anger out on Amari. There is no one who has done right by this little boy, whether it is his mother, father, or stepfather. On social media, there are alleged text messages between Taylor and a friend. The text shows her admitting that Terrell confessed to beating Amari to death while she was in Colorado because Amari had an accident in his pants. Taylor leaves her child with a man like Terrell Rhodes with a criminal past shows complete negligence. Many people feel that Taylor should also face charges. Why did Taylor not take her son with her to see his grandmother? In terms of the purpose of the trip, is her alibi 100% accurate?
She currently lives in Colorado. Her daughter is Taylor Nicholson, Amari's mother. She said both Taylor and Amari were supposed to be in Colorado. She said she is not speaking to her daughter right now. The last time they spoke was on Saturday. In her words, she's upset Taylor chose to stand by her boyfriend, Terrell Rhodes, through this investigation. Howard said she's known Rhodes' family for the past 12 years. She warned her daughter not to get involved with him. Howard said she knew Rhodes was abusive to both her daughter and grandson. She said she tried to get Child Protective Services to get involved.
I know he beat on my daughter and I know he beat on the baby. You know, my family had called CPS. We have pictures of bruises, you know, and CPS never wanted to step in and even drug test either one of them. So, did I ever think he would actually murder anybody? No. But I'm not blown back by the fact that he did. Drugs, he's violent and he's on drugs. And, you know, so he did it because the baby peed his pants.
Howard said she bought a one-way plane ticket for Amari and Taylor so they could stay with her at least until the end of May.
In light of recent exploitation and prostitution charges against Taylor, her lifestyle choices would make Amari's environment very unsafe. His mother, Taylor, left him with a stepfather with a criminal record and a short fuse. His biological father also has an alleged criminal record, and he also was not present in Amari's life. All of them failed baby Amari.
How come it was important for you to come to court today?
Because this man betrayed me. He hurt me. He took my whole purpose of life away from me. And I don't want him to sit back and think that he's going to get this at all easy. He took a precious child away from many people. And he needs to pay attention to how we all feel because this is not okay.
You know, you can choose not to answer certain things, right? So I just want to be clear. But, you know, the public is suspicious of you. You're also a mother who lost a child. What do you want to say to address that?
I feel like it's hard for me right now. I can't grieve in peace. I can't grieve properly at all. I'm being advised to stay home because it's unsafe. I'm not being able to be included in any of this, and I'm the one hurting the most. My baby's gone. I can't. It's hard. and everyone in the public, you know, we respect your reach outs for the ones who do actually genuinely care and at least are trying to understand just as we are. And for the ones with the negative comments, we're still in court. I can't, it's very limited for things to be able to be said in the first place. And the negative comments is horrible. My son's up there looking down on all this, and he loved everyone for anything. And to sit here and see that this has brought hatred out of people when we're mourning over a child, that's horrible. He would not want that.
And so, did you believe Terrell when he said a woman came to pick up Amari?
I did. I had trust in him, and I would have never fathomed that this would have been the outcome.
Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and share. Until next time.